welcome to Stationery by Justine. I'm Justine. I am a wife, I am a kindergarten teacher, an Etsy seller, and a crafter. And this channel is meant to inspire you to create. If you like what you see, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe for future videos. I'm also a Spellbinders influencer, so all products from them are free to me, and the opinions that I state in my videos are my own. If you are interested in what I am showing, there are links in the description below this video, as well as a link to my Etsy shop. Today I'm going to show you how I break down a paper pad, and this is also with some tags. So I will show you how I'm using a paper pad from Pebbles, and it's the Peekaboo You Girl paper pad. And I do have the boy one too, but in this video I'm just showing the girl. So first, when I have a paper pad, I go ahead and take everything out. I know it's sometimes that can be a little intimidating, or perhaps you want to save your pattern paper, but I want to use as much as possible. So I'm going through and putting the papers that coordinate together in a little stack, and you can tell which ones go together because on the very top it will have the coordinating paper. Although I found with paper pads like this, you really can mix and match a lot of them because they do coordinate together anyway. So I am now going to separate the sheets and put them into some piles. Then I'm going to take my mini trimmer from the We Are Memory Keepers and just trim down the extra, I mean, they're kind of like ephemera, but they're not really. They're just kind of tags. They don't have a tag part. I'm not sure what to call these, but they're extra little sentiments that come with the paper pad. And with this trimmer, it can get a nice straight line. So I'm just going to trim these up and get them ready to use. These rectangles really are perfect for adding a little jazz to the pattern paper, if you will, with either a character or a sentiment or both. So I like to keep these kind of in little groups here. And you could take them and fussy cut around an image. And if you don't know what fussy cutting is, I will demonstrate it later in the video, but it's when you take a scissors and cut around an image. You could also take a smaller die, like a circle. For example, on this paper that I'm holding here, there's several circles there, especially with the sun and the mountains. If you didn't want the sentiment, you could just die cut out that little image there with a circle die. So there's lots of things you can do with these. I also will take the rectangles and mat them on some cardstock that either coordinates with the background or something that kind of stands out. So it kind of draws your eye to it. You can also add them inside a card, especially like the one that says baby and then the name born on, or really anything. It doesn't have to be baby related. I just chose this pattern paper pack because it kind of jumped out to me when I was at my local craft store, and I knew that I wanted to put some baby cards up on my Etsy store, and this seemed like a really sweet paper pack. And I did just want to mention that I bought this with my own money. It wasn't given to me to promote or anything, but I do like it. So there's my opinion. And then I will just take and sort, similar to how I sort out a Spellbinders card kit, and just put some of the rectangles and tags on paper that I think, in my opinion, kind of go together. And this doesn't really mean that I will absolutely put certain things on each card. It's just kind of what my brain was kind of thinking of as I was sorting. And one thing I do like about this pattern paper pack is that there are 3 pieces of paper for each design, and they are not double-sided, which I love because I feel like sometimes you have to choose between 2 really nice papers, and when there's one on the front and the back, it just kind of frustrates me. So I like that there's nothing on the back of these. You're not losing out any design by gluing on pattern paper to pattern paper. And for this first card that I'm going to make, I'm just going to show one card in this video, and I might make more cards using this paper pack, but it might not end up on YouTube. But if you're interested, they will be on my store. I just cut the pattern paper to 5 1/4 and then 4 inches for that plaid, and then the green cloud with the stork I cut to 5 by 3 3/4, I think, just to show 3 layers of paper there. And as I was saying before, this is fussy cutting, me just going around. And you can get very precise with fussy cutting. You could go all the way directly onto that line of where the white meets the pink. I like to add a little bit of a border when I fussy cut. It's not too precise for me. I'm not very fussy, if you will, but this is basically the idea. And I'm going to make 2 identical cards here, so I'm just going to do that with the second rectangle. And I am a Spellbinders promoter, so I do have some Spellbinder product that I'm going to pull into this card. I'm using the die there on the right that's on the gold paper from the June 2021 card kit of the month, and this says celebrate, and I thought that would be perfect for this card because babies should be celebrated. They're so cute. So I'm going to just die cut with this gold paper. This isn't the gold mirror cardstock, but it's just a piece of gold scrap that I had from my stash, and I can actually get 2 celebrate banners from that one piece of gold paper because I'm going to just turn the die around and I can save a little bit of paper. This is just another way to show you how you can use the club membership items from Spellbinders and use them in another way. So if you aren't familiar with what that is, Spellbinders is a paper craft company, and they have monthly subscriptions that you can sign up for, whether that be for a card kit or a die or some stamps. You basically choose whatever one you would prefer, and they send it to you each month, and they make it pretty easy to opt in and out of, so that's nice. And their customer service has always been very helpful anytime that I've had questions, so I do recommend their monthly membership. And since they coordinate everything so nicely, I always recommend the total package just because it's a really great deal. You get a ton of crafting materials for not that much money. I know $100 is quite a lot, but the amount of things that you get, it's quite a deal. So I do have a link in the description if you are interested in joining any of the memberships or just taking a look at what they could offer. And I do also have a link for my Etsy shop, so if you're interested in buying any handmade cards, you can go ahead and check that out. And just going back to this card now, I am adding a little bit of ribbon just to kind of tie in the brown color from the pattern paper with the stork, and just add a little bit of texture to the card. Then lastly, I'm going to add the stork, and I will use some foam tape. This foam tape and actually that string that I added are both from the Dollar Tree. I guess it's kind of like the $1.25 tree now, but I did buy this when it was $1, and it came with, I think, 3 different size rolls, and it's worked pretty good for me, so just thought I'd mention it. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg, so I don't know. You can kind of get creative with things. We'll just say that. Alright, then I'm now going to take this liquid pearls, and I always just test it on a little bit of scrap paper first, because you never know if it will kind of come out goofy. So I'm just going to add 3 small little dots on the side, just to give it a little bit of shimmer. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're interested in more crafting videos, go ahead and check out my channel. And if you liked the video, please like it and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you. Bye.